This is the Mayhew multi-tool. It's advertised as having 13 functions, and I just got this today, so this is going to be a first look. Let's go ahead and close this up. We are going to compare this to the Leatherman Wingman, and the Leatherman Wingman is definitely going to be thinner and shorter. So this is more like a Leatherman Wave size. This is going to be just over 4 inches. And it does feel a little bit chunkier, more like the Wave, probably a little bit heavier. Let's go ahead and open this up, and we have got the pliers. We have got pretty much a standard set of wire cutters, and they work just fine on at least small wires. And then we have got the bit driver. Now, this is one of the things that I liked about this tool was a bit driver. And you have, if I can get it open, and right now I cannot, there we go. We have got the bit kit inside. And you'll notice that it is missing one because I have that one off here. Well, sort of ran away on me, off to the side. And then it fits like so, and it does have a magnet in the bottom of the bit driver. So definitely a different looking bit driver. But we have got this here. Let's go ahead and test this out. And it goes ahead, seems to work okay. Doesn't seem to be spinning in the plier head. All that seems to work fine. But one of the things you'll notice if you get this screwdriver is that it is a unique special option bit. So 4mm definitely doesn't work. 1/4 inch definitely doesn't work. And so we're stuck with this, whatever this is. I have no clue. I think it's more like a 5mm, maybe 6mm bit, something like that. It's an in-between size. And so unfortunately, if you lose your bits, you're sunk, which is very disappointing. I really wish this tool hadn't done that, but that seems to be what we're running into lately, is that a lot of these tools, they're just sending a couple bits that are completely different from the ones in that the US uses, and yet they market it to the US. All right, so on the other side, we have this. Now, this is one of the other main features of the tool. So now, you can just have a lot thinner tool. You can just have pliers and a bit driver. So for those of you who maybe that has been an option you've wanted in the past, just pliers and a bit driver, that is something, let's see, there we go. That is something you could possibly just carry this some days. Or you could just carry this, I guess, some days if you just wanted a small multi-tool set. So we have got a saw, and it feels very floppy like that, but then when you go ahead and the spring does seem to work pretty good. None of these are locking, but it does feel a lot better. But in some of these positions, it feels sort of bad. And then we have got the knife, and we have got the seatbelt cutter as well. So we've got the knife here. Let's go ahead and measure the knife, see how long the knife is. This is going to be a 2-inch blade, around 2 inches. And then we have the cutter as well. So I don't have great hopes for the cutter, but let's go ahead and just see. We'll go ahead and bring out some paracord, see if it can cut it. I'm not sure. And yeah, eventually it does. So I guess in a pinch, it can cut some stuff, but it's definitely not super sharp. And then we have the flashlight. And that's the problem I ran into. So I opened this new out of the package today. This multi-tool has been around since I think 2014 or so. And I just recently learned about it. And so I decided to buy it because it is a modular multi-tool. And with the GOAT multi-tool coming out, I want to do a video on modular multi-tools and just sort of talk about them. But this is just very disappointing because this light does not work. Now, I've charged it for, I think, 2 hours, which is what they say. And the light will come on green, which is actually supposed to mean it's fully charged. And when it's plugged in, the light will work. But as soon as I unhook it from the charger, it doesn't work at all. So again, very disappointing. But the modular multi-tool, and I have it upside down, there we go. It hooks into these hooks right here. And then there's a notch over here and this side. And then the plastic piece, when you pull back, it allows it to be rotated into that notch. So it is sort of a clever bit of engineering. So I guess this multi-tool is maybe worth it for collectors, but for everyday carry, unfortunately, I cannot really recommend this multi-tool because it has proprietary bits, which are very unfortunate. At least if you're going to have that, you should have them very readily available, which I have no clue if they do. I have not seen any extra ones. And unfortunately on mine, this light didn't work, and it does feel fairly cheaply made. It's a heavy multi-tool, but still some of the implements they sort of rattle, clack. Some of that's because it's modular, but especially some of these blades right here just don't seem as heavy duty and well made as some of the other multi-tools, even made in China. So unfortunately, this is not going to be a glowing recommendation, but I am glad I have it in my collection just because of the modularity of the tool. I think that is very neat. But what I wish they would have done is made several different tool sets you could have swapped out, which would have made this a lot more valuable. Now, I don't think I'll be returning this because I bought it on eBay and I bought it about $15 below the asking price. And so I really don't want to send it in. I'm not sure they'll take returns and risk maybe having to buy another one for my collection, a lot more expensive price. I'll just keep this the way it is, I think, at this moment. All right, well, let me know if you have this, if you've had the same issues with yours, and if you have found what kind of bits these are. I'd be very fascinated to, if you would let me know, and then I could always add that in the description below. All right, we'll see you in the next video.